Before this video gets started, I just wanted to say thank you to all channel members for supporting the channel. It truly means a lot. If you want to become a channel member, hit the link down in the description. Now, let's get on with today's video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Pineapple Sway. I'm bringing you guys a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video. I've seen an interesting topic start, or just sort of rumor. I really don't know what to call it, but a lot of people are like to believe that the Wonder Woman game was canceled because of Suicide Squad's failure. Um, and to answer it, it's like sort of yes and no, since a lot of people still like to say that Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League is a $200 million loss, which partially is true, partially isn't true. Um, yes, Suicide Squad did not reach expectations, but the game wasn't a $200 million loss. The entire games division lost $200 million in the year 2024. It's the Suicide Squad played a big part and a big role of that because Warner Brothers had big expectations for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and obviously they did not reach those expectations. From a lot of research that I've been able to find and just trying to figure out, was Suicide Squad a $200 million loss, because you hear it so much you start to believe it. It's even public knowledge now that the game wasn't a $200 million loss, that it was the entire games division in 2024, like I already mentioned. And from what I've been able to research, it seems like Suicide Squad has completely evened out. It hasn't lost money, or it didn't lose Warner Brothers money, and it didn't gain any money. It was just a big disappointment, which led to it being a huge flop and just not a success in the eyes of WB, which now leads to some other issues, like, did this game's failures cause Wonder Woman to get canceled? And to answer it in basically the most logical sense, no, it did not lead to Wonder Woman getting canceled. Obviously, we don't know what was going on behind the scenes at WB and Monolith Studios that led to Wonder Woman getting canceled, but just from what we knew Wonder Woman was having some trouble and some issues along the line in development. And knowing that it was already going to be a $100 million loss no matter what Monolith or WB did, causes a lot of issues and concerns, and it just opens up a lot of questions to what was exactly going on at WB and Monolith. Now, with that being said, logically speaking, if Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League was responsible for losing WB $200 million, mind you, Rocksteady most likely would have been shut down, which I've been trying to tell people online. Rocksteady is in position to make another game, another Batman game. They have the assets, the resources to make another game. They've been given the green light to make another game from WB. But if they were completely responsible for losing a company $200 million, they would not be open, because it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like when people just say random things on the internet and just kind of blurt out random things without actually looking up the truth. It opens up a lot of possibilities. Now, and I've been saying this online and to a lot of my friends, that since Rocksteady is in position to make another game, if they were responsible for losing a company $200 million, they would have been shut down, because we saw that exactly happen with Wonder Woman and Monolith Studios. Wonder Woman and Monolith lost them $100 million. They get shut down just like that. Now, we don't know the exact amount of how much Suicide Squad lost WB, but also at the same time, we knew that WB expected this game to be in a $1 billion game. So going from expectations to reality, obviously when the game doesn't sell well, it's going to be considered a disappointment. We know that this game was one of the biggest superhero flops of all time, but people pointing the finger at Rocksteady and saying, hey, you guys are responsible for Monolith getting shut down, you guys are responsible for the Wonder Woman game getting canceled, you guys are responsible for a $200 million loss. It's completely stupid. It's just one big lie, and I don't know why people are saying this. Yeah, that's kind of just my 2 cents on this entire situation. Honestly, we probably will never know what happened at Monolith Studios and what led to them getting shut down. But guys, I've said this on Twitter and I'll say it again. Please stop pointing the finger at Rocksteady Studios. They are not responsible for Wonder Woman getting canceled. What happened to the Wonder Woman game is a just big unfortunate situation, and it kind of just shows the, what, I don't even know what the word is, but just how just out of touch WB is in terms of their games and whatnot. Obviously, I mean, it's just kind of, just use your brain and think for a second. Going back to Rocksteady Studios, like if you were in charge of a company and, your company lost you $200 million, would you really give them another chance to, you know, prove themselves? No, you would shut them down. So, which is why when people are like, Suicide Squad lost $200 million, if that was the case, Rocksteady would have been long gone. The game wouldn't have gotten 4 seasons of content. The game would have been out just like that. And it's just crazy to me that now people are using this game sort of as leverage to say, well, this is what led to Wonder Woman getting canceled, and that's just not the case. The entire game slate for 2024 for WB games was really weak. I mean, like we had a Harry Potter racing. I don't even know, I don't even know what it was, but a Harry Potter game that was really bad, trying to replicate the success of Hogwarts Legacy. Um, Two other games that were really bad that didn't sell well, and then we had Kill the Justice League, another game that didn't sell well. And now here we are. It's just what happened at Monolith and between WB, we will never know, and it's more just an unfortunate situation. So using this to just say, stop being idiots, read, read what actually happened, and look at the facts. We don't really know what was going on at Wonder Woman, during the game's development, but a lot of reports were saying that the game may not even release. The game wasn't even going to hit shelves, and that was about 2 months ago when it was reported that the game was going to be a $100 million loss and that the game was officially starting production. That just doesn't sound good. No, it's not because Suicide Squad was a flop. That's what led to them having, like what I said, was Suicide Squad flopping and not selling well, that would have led to Rocksteady getting shut down, not Monolith. There was something else entirely that we don't know. And like what I said, I've said it 1,000 times, because the game was already $100 million in the hole no matter what they did, they thought it was best to just cut their losses. Sure, the game could have profited, but it would have been really expensive, stating that the game wasn't really going to come out anytime soon. It was set to come out in 28 or 29, and some believe that it was never even going to release. So, with the Wonder Woman game, a lot of people, we were just kind of chasing a dead dream, and now we're living on the copium and trying to find someone else to blame, which is why people are pointing the finger at Rocksteady. Don't blame Rocksteady. Rocksteady had nothing to do with Wonder Woman getting shut down. It's WB, 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 and it always has been and it always will be. Why was Suicide Squad so bad? Well, it's because of the obvious thing, like what I just stated. WB. Stop giving these game developers and these game studios tough times because your favorite character didn't get their video game. It happens. It's a part of life. It just sucks. Sometimes you're going to get disappointed. Um, yeah, I honestly don't know how much longer WB is even going to be able to stay alive in terms of games. They have one game in development, and that's the Batman Arkham game. And in all honesty, I've already stated that Rocksteady has to make the next Batman Arkham game literally perfect, or it will be a huge disaster for WB, and it will likely be the end of WB games. Now, however you take that, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Honestly, their best case scenario is to start selling their rights to studios that aren't in house. They only let companies that are in house, like for example Rocksteady and WB Montreal and Monolith, work on their games. They could let other companies work on their games, and we can get more games. It's just a simple solution, but like what we've always said, it seems like WB games and WB in general are just simply afraid of money. And although I do look forward to the next Batman Arkham game, and it's super unfortunate what happened to the Wonder Woman game, please stop saying that Rocksteady and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was responsible for it, because that is simply not true and just one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard. Anyways, this is Pineapple Sway. Peace out.